everybody. Welcome to River City Media. I've got the most people I think we've ever had on River City Media at one time on here. But I appreciate y'all joining us today. A special 12 o'clock edition on this Friday. We have got the Ram Network crew live in living color here on Friday. And the one that's kind of in charge of all this is Coach Dylan Mitchell. Coach Mitchell, thanks for letting me have your crew on here. And if you will, tell us a little bit about the Ram Network and how it got started.
Well, I appreciate you having us on, Howie. This is our first year doing this. It's a digital publication and design class here at Sylvania. And over the summer, when I realized I was going to have this class, we just really wanted to kind of come up with an idea to make the class fun, kind of do something different. And to my knowledge, Sylvania we've had some school newspapers in the past. We have one now called the Rowdy Times, but we wanted to do kind of like a digital media class, and it's been a lot of fun so far, and we've kind of got a quick following, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, and I'm one of them. I didn't know nothing about it for some reason, even though I've got family a part of it. I didn't know nothing about it until you actually sent me a link and shared it with me, and I don't follow very many things, but I do follow this right here, and I have enjoyed every second of it.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, Howie, that your daughter's the editor, and I had to be the one to tell you about it. So I got on to her to let old dad in on the news.
Yeah, here we are. I think it was the second or third edition that you sent me, and I finally found out about it. But how often does this come out, Coach?
We try to do an episode every 2 weeks. Of course, with like holiday breaks and stuff like that, it could be a different one. But our next episode should be out a week from today. It's the Friday before we get out before our Thanksgiving break, so it'll be our Thanksgiving edition. So love for everybody to check it out, help us share it around to get as many viewers as possible.
That's why I wanted to have you on here and share this on Facebook and YouTube to let everybody know about it. Very entertaining. Very fun to listen to, especially the guys that are right below me down here. Some of the stuff that they come up with is, very entertaining. So we're going to start, if we will. We'll start and let everybody kind of, not at one time, though, kind of let everybody introduce themselves and say what they do on the Ram Network. We'll start with next to Coach Mitchell there with the group of Jeannie and them.
I'll go first. My name is Cameron Hithorn. I sort of cover the high school student spotlight.
I'm Jenny Chaney. I do the editing and consider the filming that around here.
And I'm Levi, mostly do faculty.
Corbin?
I'm Corbin Gann, and we do the Dad podcast. We made some jokes on there. Pretty funny. We've done a college game day skit. Anything else, guys?
We got some new segments coming up.
That's right.
Good deal. All right. Bennett, tell us your name, what you do.
I'm Bennett Halls, and like Corbin said, we do the Dad podcast and a couple new segments that we'll have coming out this Thanksgiving segment.
Okay.
I'm Creed Hall. I'm also part of that. I'm part of the Dad Lot and the college game day. Oh yeah, I'm in the previews. Y'all saw that when I said about it. The show, that's what been coming out. So.
Okay. Move over to Jaden.
My name is Jaden Trotman. I do the weather, I do the national news, and also help with the interviews, some of the interviews.
My name is Emma Gerard, and I also help with the weather, and I'm a part of doing the overall interviews.
All right. Last but not least, JC.
My name is Lindsay, and I'm a broadcaster, and I do the elementary spotlight for the kids. My name is Lee, and I do the teachers.
Awesome. Good deal. This is a question for everybody just right off the bat. How more difficult is it to do this podcast than it is to do your filming and everything?
I'll go first with that. As far as what I can notice with the kids is, being live is a total different animal because sometimes we film these things 15 to 20 times before we get it right. But being live, you get one shot at it. So I can tell they're a little bit more reserved and nervous to do a live podcast, but they're doing a great job.
Before we leave you, Coach, one follow-up question to that. Is this the quietest that this whole group has been since you've had them?
Absolutely. It's normally chaotic in here, so maybe we could do a podcast like every day,
Anybody else want to answer as far as doing a podcast live compared to pre-recording? Go ahead,
Corbin. I think you got something.
I think Corbin's got something to say. Go ahead and say it, Corbin.
Yes, I'm a little more nervous to do live. So we got plenty of takes in here usually. The jokes didn't get old, by the way.
Yes.
How about you, ladies?
JC's always got something to say.
I guess just there's no pause. Like you only get one chance to say what you gotta say.
Okay. I'm going to ask each and every one of you this, and I want some type of answer. What made you decide to do this and to get into this part of, I guess, entertainment, I guess you could say? We'll start with Cam.
I was a part of the newspaper, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoy the media aspect of it. So this sort of just came a little bit secondhand. It's just a lot different because instead of just writing something or going to interview someone and then writing all that down, you have to actually go up to somebody and talk to them on camera. It's a little bit different, but it's still enjoyable.
I was more or less thrown into it. I didn't know I was actually going to be taking this class because I don't think I signed up for it. But I'm not upset that I got thrown into it because I really do enjoy what I do on here.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily choose this class, but I'm glad I was put in here because I've been able to make friendships and meet people along the way and have fun with the broadcast and interview people.
All right. Corbin?
I definitely have a good time in here. I like making jokes, and we all collectively didn't have a good time making videos to those kids.
Well, I'm not even really in this class. I'm a student aide, so I just kind of hitched along. To be real, I only aided for this class because my girlfriend's in here. But most of the time, I do hang out with these two more than I do with her. But no, we have fun. Have a lot of laughs every single day. It's just uncontrollable laughter. So,
Ben, it's a lot like that walk-on football player that winds up getting a scholarship. That's what we relate him to that.
So he's kind of like your Rudy, huh?
Yeah, he's our Rudy.
Okay.
I really don't even think that it's filmed, really. Most of the time we're just joking around and we'll come up with something to film or something to do. The college game day and all that, that's mostly just like us talking. And we'll just come up with it. Just hanging out, I guess.
Ladies?
I really didn't know what we were going to do in this class, but when I heard we were doing the network, I just thought that it would show something to the kids in the school. We can make a difference. And I thought it'd be really enjoyable to contribute to it. So I'm really glad that I'm in this class, and I've made a lot of friendships with everybody. I've really enjoyed it so far.
For me, first of all, I just picked the class and went with it, and I really enjoyed it.
Like she said, I like making new friends and talking to different people in the school, and I really enjoy it the entire time. It's really fun.
I actually didn't know what this class was when I seen it on my schedule. I didn't know who Technical was either. But I really enjoyed the skit he made us do at the beginning of the year. And whenever he brought up the network, it's been a lot of fun. And it's been fun getting to know the people in my class and getting told that we did good on our network. It's just, it feels good to know that people are actually watching and recognizing us.
I didn't pick this class. I found out what it was first day of school, but I really enjoyed it so far.
So, Coach Mitchell, it sounds like that nobody had a clue what they were getting into when they joined up for this.
But that's on purpose, Howie. I find it better. It's not lying if you don't just give information. So I kind of laid a trap, and these guys walked into it. But honestly, I couldn't have picked a better group to do this with. It just so happens that these guys in this class are very hardworking students, and most of their mouths are probably going to be dropping on the ground right now because my teaching style is normally gently bullying them. That's a joke, but they do a great job. And one point I want to make is, these skits and the ideas that they come up with really are incredible. 95% of this is student led. The ideas of the skits they come up with, they write their own scripts, they do their own filming, they do their own editing. It's really incredible what they've done, and I'm very proud of them. And this is definitely something that we want to continue to grow over the years.
Well, you kind of lead me into my next question. As far as I was going to ask you, with them writing everything, do they have to get it pre-approved by you before they actually do it?
Yeah, a lot of the time, I'll kind of look over the script. I mean, there's a level of trust between us that I know they're not going to do anything that's would be considered inappropriate or anything like that. But really, they do it themselves, and I'm just kind of like a kind of a manager, more of a time manager than anything, making sure that we get everything done by the due date. But these guys are the people that's doing this, and not me for sure.
Is this everybody that's a part of it, or do we have a couple that may be
We've
out?
we've got a few out today, and a few that couldn't be a part of the podcast. But we've probably got 6 or 7 more kids that do this. Come on, guys. But the group that we have is fantastic, and I really couldn't ask for anybody better to do this with.
That's an awesome thing. And since since the students are getting more into this and knowing more about what it is, you think you may have an abundance of overflow for next school year?
I hope so, and I hope it's something maybe I could do with more than one class next year and grow it. I think it was purposefully that I didn't really kind of come out with what this class was. During the summertime when kids were signing up for classes, but I think that's one thing about young people is they don't really know what they're capable of until they try it. I think the idea of being uncomfortable being on film or talking in front of people is scary to young people, and it's a very important tool that they're going to need in the future as far as interviewing for jobs and just working in general. You have to talk to people at probably 90% of jobs that are available. So it's something that I kind of got a heart for. It's something that I like to work with students at.
Yeah, we got some feedback coming in. Somebody's got something turned up just a little bit too loud there, but we understood what you said. And when Randy started River City Media, that's one of the things that we want to do. Put the kids in the forefront and let them know that people care about them and want them to succeed. And the other thing is to help them in life because of the way everything is going now. The interviews and everything, to help them be able to do that not only because of COVID having to do everything on Zoom, but
Right.
just being able to communicate with people because of the cell phone technology people has got to where they don't know how to communicate without sending a text.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
So, uh, wow, there's so many of you. I don't know who to go to or which one to start with. Let me just throw a random question out. Um, let me ask these guys down below me down here. I know they're going to answer something. Who or yeah, I guess who came up with the dad bod skits and all that stuff?
I be them too.
Actually, you're not even in this class, so why am I
No,
even
no,
asking
no,
you?
no. I just hit you along.
Well, his girlfriend came up with the name actually. So
Yeah, she is the one.
explained it.
We were the Just Joking Around podcast, and then
Uh-huh.
yeah, we got a name change.
Oh, never mind. I lied. It's pictures.
Yeah, it's actually my wife that came up with that name. We were at home watching it one night, and my wife loves all this stuff, but she had told me, she's like, y'all missed a golden opportunity to name that the Dad Podcast. So we had to do a little rebrand, but I think it's awesome.
The best I can remember, most, if not all of you, have actually had to interview some of the faculty there at Sylvania. Did it really make you nervous, kind of being one-on-one with a faculty member, a teacher, whatever, and asking somewhat personal questions?
I don't think so because here at Sylvania, we make good relationships with our faculty and everything, and our like Coach Mitchell, gets down to earth with us, and it's almost like he's just another guy in the friend group. So yeah.
That's right.
I just got bills to pay. That's the only difference.
Yeah. So, let's see. Did the one that interviewed John, is she on here?
That would be JC.
JC. I appreciate you trying to get John to say those two famous words that he would not say. I appreciate you trying that. We try to get him to say it all the time. We actually got it on film, him saying it one time.
I tried, but he wouldn't.
How was it interviewing John? You never know what he's going to say.
And we retook it like 3 times.
So, who's had the most retakes on any of the interviews or anything?
Yeah, it's definitely us. Yeah, we most of the time stutter, and that's just like, let's retake, let's not have that in there. And then other times it's just like we forget what questions we're going to ask. That's what it is most of the time.
I'd say a funny point there is, we use a teleprompter a lot. Like, I have a TV in my classroom in front of the green screen that we can kind of keep up with what we're going to say. And these are three intelligent guys in my book, very smart. It's like they forget when you turn the camera on. Sometimes people forget how to read. So we have to redo it a few times.
Trust me, guys. Y'all can redo it. I get sent stuff and I have to read it, and I don't get to redo it. So, and I'm trying to read something, then I'm also trying to get ready for my next question or whatever, and things just kind of run together. So it happens. With y'all doing this and doing it pre-recorded, how much more respect do you have for the news people that has to do it live? Anybody?
I would say a lot of respect because these people that do it live, they have enough experience to do everything first take and on the first try, while we're over here taking 20 and it's still not as good as the live news. But yeah, just a difference in skill level for sure.
I'm actually going to try to get in contact with the news station. We want to take a field trip to actually go see how they do things pretty soon. Hopefully after Christmas.
I don't know if you know this or not, but Jenny's got an in with one of the news stations in Huntsville.
She was telling me about that. So yeah, we might have to hit him up and see if he can give us a tour of what's going on there.
Because he does one of these shows every day on Facebook Live. So he should be able to hit you out. When I asked that question, Jaden, you whispered something to Emma there. What was it referring to the question that I asked? When I asked the question, When
Hey,
I asked the question,
repeat that question. She couldn't hear Howie.
yeah, when I asked the question as far as having more respect for the news people or sports reporters that do it live, you kind of whispered something to Emma there, like, "Yeah, I agree with that," or something. What was that?
I don't remember.
You got to be careful. You're on live TV. You can't hide all this stuff right here. You know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So let's go around the horn again and start with the group next to Coach Mitchell there, and tell me what's been your favorite part of it so far.
There's a lot to choose from. I really enjoy what Corbin, Creed, and Bennett do. They're really funny. I think there's a segment that we just did in our most recent episode. Can't say anything about it yet because it's not out yet, but that was really entertaining to watch. I can't wait for everybody to get to see that. So that'll be probably my favorite whenever it comes out.
Oh, come on, man! You can't give us a spoiler, a tease or something. Help us out now.
What do you think?
I'm just messing with you, man. I don't say nothing about it. Man. Go ahead, Jeannie.
My favorite part's probably recording everybody behind the scenes. I set up the iPad that I used to film in front of the green screen behind me, and when they're not filming or they are preparing, I will film them, get some behind the scenes clips to add at the very end, and I'll get like 30-second clips of Corbin, Creed, and Bennett still arguing about something afterwards, or I'll get clips of us throwing paper airplanes across the classroom throughout our free time, or just anything of that nature.
And I'm sure Coach Mitchell does not condone regular airplane throwing and stuff in regular classrooms.
Never.
My favorite thing is probably interviewing people and meeting people, and just getting to know everybody, and also Creed, Bennett, and Corbin arguing about stuff, and they're just really funny, all three of them together.
Good deal. You know, I'm doing this on the fly. We got so many people to have the volume. We've never had this many people in one room before, and that's why we're getting some feedback. So far, it's done extremely well. But the fat boy sitting right here realized, hey, I can mute the other guys, and the feedback won't be as bad. So if you see your mic muted, that's why it's muted right now. So I'm fixing to unmute Corbin and them where they can answer that question, and mute Jenny and them. So that's kind of a what do y'all call that on the fly there? Just a technology on the fly, some type of something, or
Yeah, I mean we are working with cheap stuff for the most part, so we have technical issues all the time, you know. So, and that's another thing that we want to improve throughout the year and as we go on is like the equipment we have and things like that.
awesome. Corbin and y'all, favorite part. In case you forgot the questions, favorite part of doing all this.
So whenever we post the videos, we'll have like a watch party. We'll all watch the video. I really like doing that. Oh, obviously we get to eat during it, which is really good. I really like that. But I also like watching the videos and like you can just see people like that, like when they mess up or like when they say something weird or something. I really like that. It's really funny watching it again.
Which is most of the time you actually.
Yeah.
Okay, well we didn't have to put that out on right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I always make weird facial expressions whenever we're live for whatever reason. Just whenever he says something a little funny or something. I always stutter when we're recording. We still roll with it.
Yep.
Somehow.
Well, I'd have to say that my favorite part is going to be one of the new segments that are going to come out this next week. A lot of funny laughs. We actually, for this past segment, we didn't have a script for it. We just, went raw on everything. But I really enjoyed, not going off the script and everything, and it made it genuine. But, yeah.
Awesome, good deal. Y'all are giving a lot of teases on this thing about the next episode, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. A week from today should be the drop date, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Jaden, Emma?
I think my favorite part is just recording with my friends because all of my segments are with my best friends. And I also like when them three boys record, they're telling their jokes, and we're all like trying not to laugh because they're recording, but we're all like done laughing behind the camera. It's just so funny. It's really funny. I like the jokes. My favorite part is, well, Jocelyn's not here, but she's our other best friend. And me and her go around the whole school and asking teachers and students like interview questions about everything about the school. And it's really funny because we ask little kids and they laugh and we laugh. And it's just overall like entertaining and very funny.
My favorite part is the amount of laughs me and Hayden get because we come up with our script right before we film it. And I know Jenny has a lot of videos of me making faces because I get awkward, but it's always really funny, and I have a lot of fun recording with Hayden and just coming up with stuff last minute and trying to figure out how to fill the awkward in between each segment. So it's a lot of fun with her.
My favorite part is probably just getting to hang out and have fun in class and then getting to go around and watch people film their segments. It's really funny to watch.
This is kind of for everybody, and whoever wants to answer is fine with it. And I want Coach Mitchell to kind of answer as well. But when you get down to the elementary and talking to the kindergartners and the first graders and second graders, how much fun is that trying to get them to understand what's going on?
JC normally does that for us, so I'm going to let her answer first.
I love the little kids. They're always so shy at first, and then they get in front of the camera, and they have to talk them up a little bit, but they ultimately they end up talking, and they're just a lot of fun to getting to know the little kids and walking them to class and from classes, and then they remember you. So if they see you, they're like, "Hey, I know her," and it feels really good that the little kids remember you after that.
Coach Mitchell, has anybody ever turned anybody down for an interview or anything like that?
We've actually had it happen a couple times. And we're not going to pressure anybody if they don't want to be in an interview or whatnot. That's fine. But I mean, most of the time, everybody's really excited about, it, especially the elementary kids. They're all they want to be in the spotlight and everything like that. So we do appreciate everybody that's taking the time out to be in an interview, especially the faculty and staff. We've had them go as far as finding somebody to cover their class so they can come in and be in front of the green screen and things like that. So um, everybody seems like they've enjoyed it and have been willing to be a part of it.
I got a feeling, and I kind of touched on it earlier. I really got a feeling that you may have to turn kids away next year after everything that's happened so far this year.
Right.
And I guess that would be a good thing.
Yeah, that would be a good thing, and we'll do as much as we can, where we don't have to turn anybody away. But we hope this thing blows up big. It's been great for me. As you know, Howie, I coached football here for 7 years, and that was a big, huge part of my life. And then I decided to step down last year and spend some more time with family. But this gives me an opportunity to be a part of a team again and be doing something that I enjoy and have something to look forward to. So it's been a big blessing for me.
I'm kind of looking forward to the dad bod part of it, especially with Christmas and Thanksgiving coming up, because I'm a dad with a bod, and it gets bigger during those holiday seasons because I enjoy eating. So could the dad bods be getting a little bit bigger during Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Possibly, yes.
That's going to be cool. And could we have a surprise visit from Santa Claus as well?
I don't know, maybe we'll see when we get there.
Eating a bunch of cookies for
Yep.
sure.
So
I think Santa Claus would be lucky to spend some time with those guys. He'd take time out of his busy schedule for sure.
that's awesome. Y'all mentioned a watch party and get to eat and everything like that. What do y'all normally get to eat during the watch parties?
Y'all go ahead and tell them what we're going to have next Friday.
Pizza.
Pizza.
We're all going to chip in and get some pizza.
Awesome.
The last time we did one, we had to trust in Creed and Corbin to bring sandwich meat and stuff. And I was a little bit nervous, but they come through for us, and we had a great time.
That's great. Something that JC, I think it was, kind of mentioned earlier, and let me go around and ask each one of y'all this as well. And we'll start down at the bottom with Kaylee. Has always been the last one to answer, so we're going to let her be the first one this time. Doing this for the last several weeks and everything, has it kind of made you more recognizable / popular by the students, that people's coming up and calling you by name and you're like, I don't know that kid?
I don't really think so. I'll go and see little kids and they'll wave at me more, but I think other than that, it's just the same.
I get told by like teachers and stuff that it looks really good, and then a bunch of like the 8th graders and 7th graders recognize me now, and I'm new, so I really wasn't known last year, but they'll come to me and they're like, hey, I seen your thing on YouTube, and I'm like, thanks. And they always tell me it's good, so I would say in a way, yes, a lot more people are less like, they talk to me more now that we do this.
At the start, we didn't really have anybody come up to us, but now, like, people just know us by name and they come up to us and say, hey, I see you on the podcast and I'm so excited. Like, can you interview us? And we get a lot more questions now that we have a lot more podcasts out.
I've had a lot of teachers make comments about our episodes. They're really friendly about it.
And I've had a couple of like little kids be like, hey, I saw you on the TV or something. And I've had a few little kids say something to me about it. But other than that, that's about it.
Well, I've been recognized. You could just say in not a good way. After the first episode of the Dad podcast, I had a little 7th grader come up to me and say, hey, your joke was terrible. I was like, okay, thanks. I'll remember that. I was like, how do you think I could, improve on that? Give me a joke. And it was one of the worst I've ever heard. But yeah, I've definitely been recognized a little bit more by the younger kids for sure.
Creed, Corbin?
I agree with exactly what he said. I mean, my jokes were a little bit better than his, so I didn't have as many people come up and tell me that. But for the most part, all positive feedback, and especially from the younger ones here at Sylvania. I had a bunch of them call me by name and really didn't even know them, but I said, hey, what's up to them, and gave them a fist bump. So, yeah.
I agree with him. There's I don't know if we went viral in elementary or something, but not really into the high schoolers. I don't know. Maybe they already knew me or something, but a lot of the elementary kids, they all knew it. Maybe the teachers are showing it or something. I don't know.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't say it's made me any more popular, but it has given me the chance to make connections with people that I wouldn't before. Like the last student spotlight that I did, that's somebody that I'd never really think about talking to until that point. But getting to talk to him and see that excitement, that is more where I get the extra bit of social interaction from, is getting to meet new people.
I don't really think it's made me more popular because I'm not as on camera as I am behind the scenes and just of the putting it all together.
It's kind of made me more popular with the older kids, not really the younger kids. Because I've mostly interviewed people in like 9th to 12th grade, but I'll have mutuals come up to me and they'll act like they've known me forever, and they'll like have a conversation with me and everything. It's kind of cool.
That's awesome. Coach Mitchell, someone mentioned it just a few minutes ago as far as going viral in the elementary and all that. Does does the school actually show this to everybody, or is it just something that people's got to go and look for on their own?
What I do is on the release date, I send a mass email out to all of our teachers that has the link to the YouTube channel, and I encourage them, and I don't even know how much the guys in here even know about it, but I mean, I get emails constantly every time that we release an episode, people bragging about the kids and how well they're doing. And I won't name any names, but like, there's been a few teachers that I would just have never thought that they would have enjoyed something like that or really, gave it much attention that have like called me and emailed me and told me, how much they are enjoying it and they show it to all their classes. So, our faculty here are really great about giving us a little bit of exposure, making it a big deal. And it seems like every time I get on the YouTube channel, and I mean, me and Jenny kind of, and here's what's funny, Howie, is like I'm terrible with technology to the point that I have to have Jenny come out of class to help me even upload the videos. Like I'm learning all that stuff myself. So every time I get on our YouTube channel and see it growing, it's very exciting to see people watching it, enjoying it.
It's a great thing. I know we got to hurry up and get off because everybody's got another class to go to here in a few minutes. And but I appreciate everybody hopping on here with me, letting me be able to expose this to the world. For some of y'all that don't know, last year River City Media had 1.2 million views throughout the whole year. This year we're a little bit down because we had a little bit of a lull during the summer where we didn't have as much content going on. But this gets out and it gets out a lot, and a lot of people watch this that y'all don't realize. And hopefully everybody will go to YouTube and look for Realm Network. Is that correct?
Yes.
Go to the YouTube, go to Realm Network, watch it, follow, subscribe. Comes out bi-weekly, give or take, depends on holidays and everything. But it's a great watch to get to know not only these young kids here, young adults, but also get to know other people there at Sylvania. And because they've been a big turnover there at Sylvania in the last couple of years with
Yeah, for
teachers
sure.
and staffing. And there's, I was there the other day for the Veterans Day program, and I saw a lot of teachers I never saw before, and I didn't even realize that, how big of a turnover it was.
For sure.
So we're going to go around with everybody's closing remarks. Let's see. I think we got about 10 minutes. So what we always do here on River City Media is the last thing we let everybody do is give a shout out to whoever, as many people as you want. So Coach Mitchell, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my wife Alex and my kids Collins and Colt at home and all the support they give me no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm coaching football or teaching a class about digital design. So it's great to have a family that has your back, and really appreciate all these kids in here and everything they do, and I'm excited about what the future holds.
Absolutely. So we'll move on to the next group, Jeannie's group. They're trying to figure out who's going to go first on the shout outs, I think.
I want to give thanks to Coach Mitchell for making this class possible. Everybody in here who puts a lot of effort in to make all this work, and Jenny for making our clips, which sometimes can be a bit of a mess, and organizing them to make them look like something. So.
I'd probably give a shout out to Mr. Rozelle because he's been on River City Media a couple of times, but he is grateful enough to let me use the band iPad, which is running CapCut a lot better than the other one that I had. So I'd like to give him a thanks for letting me use this as a whole and trusting me with it.
Good.
Yeah, I'd like to give a thanks to Coach Mitchell, really. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into doing this class, and I was really nervous at first about the broadcast, but Corbin, Creed, and Bennett have made it easier because you can really have a good laugh with them, and it kind of calms and gets you in the mode of doing these broadcasts and everything.
Awesome. Before we move on to the next group, Coach Mitchell, one of your friends has chimed in, and I want to get your remarks on it. A gentleman by the name of Coach Ryan Clark. I don't know if you know him or not, but Mitchell was COTY for soccer a few years ago.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how good I am at anything, but I'm a lot better at running this class than I ever was being a soccer coach. But I appreciate it. It's really nice to have famous people because he is the head coach of the Gadsden State Cardinals softball team. So it's really nice to have famous friends for sure.
And for some of you who don't know COTY, Coach of the Year is what that stands for. Yeah, and Coach Mitchell, I don't know if you realize this or not, but Coach Clark has a bi-weekly show on River City Media during the fall softball season. He's been on here countless amount of times, and we're looking forward to the fall season rolling around where he'll be back on here. So, but I just want to give that little info out real quick. So we'll move on to the three amigos, I guess you can call them. Shout outs.
Shout out my mom and dad. Obviously, they bring me to school every day. Shout out Jenny too. I don't know if anybody said it, but she's our only editor, and she does all the editing for our entire videos, all of them. So she's a really big part of this episode, even if she's not behind, or she is behind the camera, but she's not in front of it and in the spotlight. But she does a lot for the videos.
I'd like to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, Lord knows this would not be possible. I believe that Jenny would testify to that because she spends so much time editing all of our mess ups, all of our stutters, all of that. But yeah, I'd attest that to them.
Well, I'll have to say all of us are on the same page. I was also going to thank Jeannie for all that she does, because without her, none of this what we do would be possible. And then I just want to shout out my mom, Jennifer Keller, and my dad, Gentry. So
awesome, good deal. Next, ladies.
I'll give a shout out to Jenny because I know she has a lot of pressure. And like someone said earlier, she's our only editor for this newscast. So thankful for her. I know she has a lot on her plate. And I also want to give a shout out to my parents. My family, they've been really supportive. I sent them the videos and they've watched it and they told me we did really good. And they've been just overall really supportive of me and our crew here. I want to give a shout out to my parents and my family because they are really supportive towards this newscast and they watch the episodes and give feedback, and I really appreciate that. And I want to give a shout out to Coach Mitchell because without him, this opportunity wouldn't be possible. And I really appreciate him making this possible for us to do the episodes and us getting to watch and do that.
Awesome.
I just want to thank my mom. She's been like on my side and supportive of this since day one. And Jenny, she's very patient with me when she's filming. So I just want to shout out her because I know it's not easy. And Coach Mitchell for making this whole thing and forming friendships that he didn't even know that he was gonna form. And I'm just thankful for my classmates for participating and making this whole thing happen.
I would like to give a shout out to Coach Mitchell and really just the whole cast because everyone works hard to make the video as great as it can be.
Awesome. So I guess I can end up by saying y'all are the ones I need to blame for Jenny coming in a bad mood every day. No, I'm joking. She don't. I'm just giving you a hard time. No, everything's all good. She's not in no bad mood. I didn't even know she was doing it. So here we go. So what does that tell you? She must be enjoying it too. Coach Mitchell, I appreciate you taking the time to let I know these kids would rather be doing something else other than this, but I want to get the word out on this. I'm from Sylvania, Green Grove, graduated back in '93, and anything I can do to help Sylvania promote anything for Sylvania, I want to. And this is something I think that I think it's going to skyrocket, Coach. To be honest.
Well, I hope so, Howie. I just really appreciate you and River City Media having us on today. I think all these kids did a great job. I'm super proud of them.
Yes,
And just everybody remember our episode drop a week from today, next Friday.
absolutely. And anytime y'all want to come back on for any reason, let us know. Love to have y'all on, and maybe the next time some of the others that wasn't able to be on today can be on the next one. Love to be able to
Absolutely.
get everybody out there that's contributes to this. How many total is it? Because we got 3, 5, 7, 10 on here right now. So how many total do you have working for
I
this?
think there's about 17 in our class, and everybody has a job. So this is just over half of them. So it takes everybody to make the world go around.
Corbin, you was impressed with that math I just did off the top of my head, wasn't you? I said you're as impressed with this math that I just did off the top of my head, adding all these people up real quick, wasn't you?
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Corbin. So I enjoy all the episodes that everybody does. I appreciate y'all coming on. And like I say, if we can ever do anything for you, just let us know. And looking forward to having y'all back on here. Maybe second semester when y'all get some more stuff, more content going on, get some more people on here and talk about what's happening with the Ram Network. Because I know that, Coach, with these young kids, they've got new stuff that they're popping in and probably throwing towards you, saying, "Hey, let's try this or let's try that."
Yeah, for sure. We'd love to be back on.
We'll make that happen, and next time maybe our feedback and will be better because I know what to do this time or the next time, so it'll make it a lot better. So, kids, young adults, I shouldn't call you kids, you're young adults. I appreciate y'all's time. Keep on working hard. Who knows? One day we may see y'all on a national network doing something like that. Is there anybody here that would be willing to do that, like for a job, for a career, like be a news reporter or something?
I think that would actually be Hayden would be the one that would really like to do something like that. And unfortunately, she's not here today. But Hayden has mentioned that she would like to do some kind of news reporting or something like that, possibly.
Awesome, good deal. So I appreciate y'all joining us. We're gonna have y'all back on sometime next year, maybe February-ish, March, somewhere in
That'd be great.
that time. Have y'all back on, and I hope it wasn't too nerve-wracking for y'all. So now you know the difference between going live and kind of pre-recording. So maybe this will help you out in the long run somehow. So for Coach Mitchell, for everybody that's on here, Jeannie, Cam, Levi, Corden, Creed, Bennett, Jaden, Emma, JC, and Kaylee. Whew, that's a lot of names to call out. I appreciate y'all joining us. Appreciate y'all's time, and everybody have a good time. And remember, the drop date for the next episode is a week from Friday. So go out and watch it. What time will that be, Coach?
We try to get it out usually first thing in the morning. If we don't have too many technical difficulties, it's usually up by about 8:30.
Awesome. I'll know to look forward around 8:30, 9 o'clock come a week from today. So thanks everybody for joining us. River City Media Special Edition. That would have been cut out if it's pre-recorded, but it's not pre-recorded. It's live. So that's my blooper for the day. So everybody have a great weekend. See you next week. Goodbye.
Thanks, Adam.